So I think it might be time to quit. Not quit YouTube. Are you crazy? If that's what you're thinking, that's not what I'm getting at. This ain't clickbait. I'm really thinking it's time to quit doing some of the things I've been doing the way I've been doing them. And it's time to change things up a little bit, get back to the roots of what got me into creating content in the first place almost 15 years ago. It's been a long, long journey. I've changed quite a bit along the way. The content has, the ecosystem, YouTube, social media, all that has changed a lot over the last 15 years, and that's just a fact. Think about yourself. You've changed too over the last 15 years. Some of you have been here through basically the entire journey since we started out with the first videos and the first machines. Boy, oh boy, have side-by-sides changed in those 14 or 15 years, like I said there. The evolution of what these machines are capable of, how popular they are, how many people are doing this stuff now, whether it's riding or creating content. It's a completely different world out there. That alone is a story within itself. Don't even get me started on what's going on in the world. But what I'm getting at here is I got into making content for one reason. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed riding. I enjoyed photography back then, and that's what got me into video. I still enjoy creating content, enjoy making videos. I enjoy sharing all these experiences with you guys, and I love the community around power sports, which is a big reason why we've dipped into doing events, and a lot of the stuff we do over the years is because what keeps me here is passion and the community that surrounds me. Those are my favorite things about power sports. They always have been, they always will be. That's why I'm sitting here in this chair in my shop on this makeshift set I built, and I'm here talking to you, talking to the camera, and trying to share some things going through my head so you can better understand why I do some of the things I do and why we're going to change some of those things. I think I've earned the right to call myself an OG as far as it comes in relation to the side-by-side and power sports community. I've been creating content continuously for a long, long time. When I first started this, there weren't many other people making content in this niche. Camera gear and the ability to record video and audio and everything else in our world has really evolved as well over these years. I mean, I first started shooting on like a point and shoot and a GoPro 1. Man, if you asked me to use that stuff again now, I think I'd go crazy. But hey, that's what got us going. That's where we started. Before 4K, before all that fancy stuff. I mean, I learned how to do photography on film. I watched the digital evolution. So, with that being said, I noticed that over the last year or two, maybe even 3, things have changed a lot. Things have changed in my life. Things have changed in the YouTube ecosystem, how things work. People change, people get older, trends change. Our long format content is what put us on the map, and a lot of people still love that, and I love making it. But ever since I went full time into content creation and marketing about 4 years ago now, the reality is, I left behind a good, prosperous career in healthcare that I'd been doing for 15 years. And I put all my eggs in this basket. Naturally, that means that I had to take something that was a passion project, that was generating some passive revenue, that was supplementing my hobby, and I needed to change it into something that still fulfills all those passion-driven goals I have, but also puts food on the plate of my family, feeds my kids, clothes them, pays for my insurance and my groceries and my bills. And I've had to try and stay true to the vision, to the project, to you that whole time. I refuse to sell out. I've said this many times in my content. I've been saying it for years. There's a lot of guys out there, you know who they are, who will say just about anything for $1. I'm not that guy. I don't read scripts. I don't say what brands want me to say. I say what I feel is truthful. At times, it works out in my best interest. It helps me develop relationships with people like you watching. It helps me develop trust and an unbiased reputation, for lack of better terms, for the most part. I mean, everyone's got some bias, but I try my best to be as open-minded as I can, as logical as I can. But these values and these morals I have also sometimes close doors for me. I don't have much of a filter. I was raised to say what I think. I was raised to think for myself. And those are values I hold true. I was also raised to treat others like I want to be treated. Core old school values of, give respect, get respect. And many of you will know, the world has really shifted away from a lot of those values. Not everybody, but I would almost argue a large majority. When you watch mainstream media, when you see what's going around you in the world, I don't need to give you specific examples. You know what I'm talking about. People and society have changed. I mean, that's just the cold hard truth of it. And we all have to adapt. I have to adapt. I have to adapt my content to dwindling attention spans and all sorts of stuff. I know a lot of guys want to go out and see carnage, constant carnage over and over, flips and rolls and breakdowns. It's unsustainable. I got to fix it. I got to pay for it. You guys have, I don't want to generalize. Many people have this opinion that guys like myself who create content full time wake up in the morning and just ride all day, and then, it must be nice to just get all these free parts from everybody. When it breaks, you just shoot an email and you get some free parts, free machines, free, and YouTube just sends you these. They just make it rain and they send you blank checks. That could not be further from the truth. I mean, let's be real. You want to be good at anything, it requires a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, a lot of time. Creating content isn't any different than creating a Hollywood movie. Do you know what the big difference between a Hollywood movie and a YouTube producer like myself is? They have budget. I don't. I have none. I work on a shoestring budget. What we're able to put together sometimes, some of these videos with a few cameras and one or two computers in my office and no formal training. I gotta say, I'm proud of some of the work. Some of the work really is good for what we're working with. But you guys, not you guys again, people, sometimes viewers, still compare it to, content with production values in the hundreds of thousands, if not the millions of dollars. And it makes it hard to compete, We've built a reach. Guys like you watching right now that is engaged and enjoys this content. The channel has grown organically. I've never put any money into marketing. I've never been into clickbait. I've never been into bait and switch. I've never sold out or pushed any product I didn't truly believe in. I never recommend stuff that I don't think has actual value. I won't tell you to buy something if I wouldn't go out and buy it. And I can say that with a clean conscience. My question to some of those other people out there making content is, can you? Can you? Really, be honest with yourself. Can you say you didn't sell out? I know a lot of you did. And, I'm sick of biting my tongue. It's time to just call it like it is. You don't like me? That's fine. There's plenty other people out there you can get along with. We can't all get along. It's not all rainbows and butterflies. No matter what they tell you or no matter what they teach these kids at school these days, life ain't fair, and we don't all have to be friends. But for the most part, if you're here watching, or if you're into power sports and riding or motorsports, we likely have a lot more in common than we don't. So why don't we focus on the things that glue us together rather than the things that tear us apart? There's so much negative crap around us anyways, why not focus on some of the positive? With that being said, it gets me back to that, don't sell out. You guys see some of the partners that I have, some of the brands I've worked with on and off over the years, or some of them many years going. Like I've got some long-term partnerships that I've been very lucky to have that help me continue to create this content that I wouldn't be able to do myself. That's just the truth. I'm not gonna name them here. You guys know who they are. This video isn't about that. But what it is about is you. When these brands reach out to me, for the most part, they don't necessarily care about me. They don't care about why I built what I built. They just care about you. They care about my reach. They care about the people I'm connected with. They care about my relationships. They care about the viewers on the other side of this camera. If you're sitting at home on your couch right now watching this content, like most of you do, they want into your head. They want into your wallet. Some of the people won't, some people won't like the fact that I'm saying that, but it's true. They want into your wallet. and they want to use me as the medium to get there. But they don't necessarily always value me, value what I've built, or value the time that I put into getting to where I am. So many people out there these days judge you based on your current destination, but they never take the time to take a look at the journey that got you there. And myself, I'm into adventure, I'm into riding. To me, the path that took me to where I am is often more important than the destination itself. It's the adventure along the way, the people you meet, the friendships you develop, all that stuff that really matters. It's that stuff that you talk about later. It's not always the win. It's how did you get there? How did you get to the win? What kind of a struggle did you have to persevere to get to that destination? And when someone comes in and, makes me a shallow offer of like, I'll give you this and this if you say this and that. No. Simple, no. I have turned down many a lucrative offer because you can only sell out once. And at the end of the day, if you don't have your self-respect, what do you have? You guys give me your time sitting here and watching. It only makes sense for me to reciprocate with the equal amount of respect. We're all busy. We have a limited amount of free time. If you're giving me some of that time, I need to value it. And I want to give you something that's worth spending time on. I want to create a product that is worth viewing, something that adds value to you, to the industry, and to everyone along the way. I enjoy making this content. I enjoy collaborating with people. I've made so many awesome friends over the years doing this stuff, riding in general. This isn't a job to me. This is a lifestyle. I'm sharing my lifestyle with you. The stuff you see on the trail, that's really reality TV. It's not that crap you see from Hollywood that's all cooked up and fabricated drama. We show you what's really going on. I am the same guy here on camera or in person. What you see is what you get. There's no persona. There's no ego here. I'm just opening up my doors to you guys and showing you what we do. That includes my wife and my children and my friends. My family and friends are all part of this journey with me. I wouldn't have been able to get to where I am without that support. So I just wanted to take a few minutes here today and share that with you. This is unscripted, it's unpolished. It's just me testing out this new video set and sharing it with you guys. So let me know what you think. I'm still gonna have to dial in, I've got another camera set up to the right of me here. It's not filming right now. The future videos like this, we'll have, like 2 camera angles. We still gotta dial in the lighting and stuff like that. So I'm gonna work on that. This is all new to me. I'm used to filming outside, not on a set. So give me some time, give me some feedback. I think this video might be a little dark, but I'm gonna tweak all that. We'll get the set up here. Let me know what kind of topics you'd like to discuss. Let me know if you think this is a cool idea. Let me know, what you want to hear. The next video I'm gonna record here is gonna be a little bit more laid out, and it's gonna be a channel update for Adrenaline Junkie Prod that will go over and touch on some of the things I did in this video, but in a more kind of controlled and thought out fashion. I'm gonna tell you about some of the events, rides, and plans we have for this season. I'm gonna tell you what I'm working on. I'm gonna talk about some of the new machines. I'm gonna drop some bombs. For example, like the bomb, by the way, the battle wagon is dead. I killed the battle wagon, RIP. I didn't post anything about it yet, but it's not looking very good. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, I blew her up. Yep, she gone. Still got it. It's all good. We're gonna resurrect it, but I'll save the details for an upcoming video. We'll probably do a separate video on the battle wagon. I also broke the CF Moto 4-seater. There's some chaos going on here. So we got some shop content coming here, and we're gonna talk about all that in the channel update video as well. I'm gonna talk about some of the new formats of videos I wanna work on and some of the big plans I've got to bring to the channel and shake things up. I just wanna leave it on one little final note for you guys to think about. First of all, thank you for watching. Thank you everyone for the support. My video uploads haven't always been as consistent or as frequent as other people's. I'm an artist at heart. I don't have a schedule. I just create this stuff based on how I feel. And sometimes that means I'm really creative and there's a lot coming. Other times it means there's other stuff in my life getting in the way, not necessarily badly. You know, I've got a wife and kids and other family and a life to live, and a lot to do and other responsibilities. So I can't always create as much, but moving forward this year, the consistency will improve. There will be more content. I'm working on a ton of really cool projects right now. And I just want you guys to know that there's a lot of good stuff coming. We're about to open a whole new chapter. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers, which is a massive milestone to me. And I'm just so pumped about that. And that's just gonna be the next chapter of AJP. We have some really wicked stuff planned for you guys. And you know, when I first started this channel, I called it Adrenaline Junkie Prod, Adrenaline Junkie Production, just Prod for short, because my initial intention was to do everything adrenaline related. I'm an adrenaline junkie. I'm into cars. I've had drift cars, road racing cars. I'm sitting next to one that you can't see in the frame right now, my track car. You know, I'm into trucks. I love diesel engines. I love turbochargers. You know, I love anything with an engine and wheels, ATVs, three-wheelers, all that stuff. And my plan for AJP was always to include a lot of that. It turned into a side-by-side channel by accident because there's only so many hours in the day. That's what I was into. I still love side-by-sides, and the channel is going to stay side-by-side focused, but I just kind of want to explore some options and maybe shake things up. I need a little bit of a change from creating all the exact same content I've been creating for years. I'm not going to stray off of the path that we're on in the sense that, like, I'm still going to be bringing you this long format side-by-side trail riding content that you all love. I just plan on throwing a few different things into the mix for myself and hopefully for you guys. I'm guessing that a lot of you guys here are gearheads and motorheads at heart. So if it's got wheels and an engine, you can probably appreciate it, whether it's a drag car, a drift car, a race car, a truck, a dirt bike, a classic or whatever. You can respect a cool machine. And if it gives you an adrenaline rush, then you know, most of us would probably try it once or twice, regardless of whether we, you know, get super deep involved in it. So I just want you to know there's a lot coming. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next video. And if you're riding, ride safe out there.